Hey guys and girls, and welcome to another pickup video. Alright, got myself quite a bumper crop of items this month. I haven't been quite so conservative this time around, but it is what it is, and you know, I'm usually happy with what I get. So first up, we've got a brand new PS4 game. Those of you who've been following me on Twitter will realise what I've got, because I haven't shut up about it. And of course, those of you who've been paying attention to my live streams will realise I've done 2 streams already. And that is Tekken 7. Absolutely loving this game, as I thought I would do, because it's Tekken and I love Tekken. And one of the biggest surprises in this game is that I'm finding myself using Akuma quite a lot in this game, because King's usually my main, and obviously I have been using him quite a bit, but Akuma I've been using a hell of a lot. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving Tekken 7, and you get a little bit inside the case. No manual, natch, but you do get a Tekken 7 sticker set, which is pretty neat. You get a polite reminder to get the Tekken 7 Season Pass. I'm alright with that. And you get a, let me just cover over the code here. There we go. You get a Namco VIP points pamphlet. You register your game to get 1,000 VIP points, and you can be rewarded for being a fan. Meet other fans and share your experiences. Enjoy gifts and exclusive benefits, and stay tuned on your favourite brands. And obviously with a lot of point schemes you can exchange it for various bits and pieces. We've got on the back here, we've got an advert for a Tekken comic and for Hori fight sticks, or arcade sticks I should say, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get a Hori fight stick, because as you guys are fully aware, I've got that baby, so I don't need any Hori fight sticks. Right, nah, I kind of hoped I didn't break it. Right, next up is a game for the PS3. I've been after this game for a little while now, and I did originally see it for slightly cheaper on the Xbox 360, but I didn't really think much getting it at the time, but saw it in CEX as I do. £6, and that was Killer is Dead. I've got to admit, I've not played a hell of a lot of Suda51's works, so yeah, this kind of strikes out to me as being, you know, daft Japanese fun. So kind of looking forward to playing that. You got yourself thankfully you got yourself a manual. It's all pretty good, black and white, but you know, it's pretty decent as a manual. I don't know what the disc looks like actually. Yeah, the disc is fine. It's pretty much immaculate. I'm assuming whoever had this probably looked after it before, or maybe just played it once and thought, don't like this game, but whatever. Yeah, I saw it for cheaper on the Xbox. I think it was at the time £5 on the Xbox, so yeah, a £1 marker. It's nothing to scream about, so Right, next up, it's a game on PlayStation 2. Been after this game for a little while now, for no other reason other than the fact that the main character is my favourite character in that particular franchise, and that is Donald Duck PK. I am a massive Donald Duck fan. I was going to get, what was the other Donald Duck game? I think it's Quack Attack on PlayStation 2. I see that all the time, but for whatever reason I never pick it up. But I've been after PK because it just kind of stands out as a really weird, wild and wacky game. And it's Donald Duck, so that was always going to interest me. As always, we've got disc and we've got manual, black and white, but as is always the case, you know, I don't mind as long as I get a manual. What's that Daffy Duck just then? I very much doubt it. Yeah, Daffy Duck, yeah, fucking Looney Tune. But then again, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it did happen, so. Right, next up, I got a PC game. Very cheap PC game. We're talking 50 pence, and that is 13. Now I technically don't really need to have this, well that's the case with a lot of my games, but I thought to myself 50 pence and it's the PC version, so it's naturally going to be more, I was going to say more better, better to control than the console versions, because obviously mouse and keyboard. And yeah, I just couldn't turn it down. I mean, I played a little bit of 13, and I enjoyed it. I think I played it on the GameCube. But anyway, yeah, you've got your standard manual, black and white, pretty much standard, and the box itself was kind of strange because it had like all sorts of cardboard inside it, just badly trying to hold the box together, and I can't get the bloody case out now. So I made a couple of modifications to this, just to try and make the box a bit more sturdy. So let's be honest, the box was kind of sinking into itself like that, and I was like, nah, I don't like that. It's sort of like when you try and look after Sonic and Knuckles and the box just goes. But yeah, so what I did, I cut out the cardboard bit there and put it inside a blank DVD case. And of course with this you get 4 CDs. And I actually do mean CDs, this is CD-ROM. Oh, if only if it was DVD-ROM, then it wouldn't be so bad. Nah, I'll tell you what, I'll deal with that later. Just put that on the other side there, just so I don't squish it. Right, last up. This is a Wii game, and I don't know what possessed me to buy this game. It's bright, it's colourful, it looks bonkers, but it was £1, and I thought to myself, fuck it. This is either going to be a hidden gem that's going to be worth like God knows how much later on down the line, or, which is more likely, let's be honest, it's going to be relegated to the rank of shovelware that people don't care about and will probably find at like 20 pence in a fucking car boot about 10 years down the line. And that game is It's My Birthday! Again, I don't know what convinced, it was just there, and I thought £1, and it says game only on the ticket, but that's not the case, folks. That's not the case at all, because yes, it does have the game, and the game, pretty little disc, and it's got a nice colour manual, which is always a bonus. Ooh, manual smell, very nice. I'll put that to one side for a second. Right, it also comes with a little birthday present box here, and inside the birthday present box we've got birthday bits and pieces, including It's My Birthday party invites. There we go, I couldn't remember what it was called for a second. And on the reverse we've got birthday party thank yous. We've also got a birthday party crown, obviously I'm assuming for the birthday boy or girl. And It's My Birthday colouring paper. You got that on the front and you got that on the back. And lastly we've got It's My Birthday banners. How many have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 It's My Birthday banners. I've actually seen this game around as well, and it wasn't as cheap at the time, the previous times that I saw it, but I saw it this time for £1, and I thought to myself, what the hell, I'll keep hold of it, and if ever the time comes and I have to arrange a children's birthday party, this is either going to be the most epic thing they've ever had, or it's going to be the most embarrassing thing. Either one is a good result for me, so yeah, it's my birthday. There we go. Right, next up, hot off the heels of my last video and picking up the arcade stick and the Xbox original Duke controller, I've got myself another couple of controllers, quite relatively cheap actually. And first one I've got is an NES pad. This was £4 from CEX, and I had a quick look on eBay just before I bought it, and it seems that £4 is actually the going rate for a loose controller. So I was like, well, okay, I'll pick it up. I mean, I don't have an NES. I've got the Famicom, as you guys can see, and as you guys have seen before, and which this isn't going to work on. But, you know, at some point down the line, probably in the next 10 years or so, who knows, I may pick up an NES rather cheap. That ain't going to happen at the minute. And knowing my luck, it's probably just going to have one controller. So this is kind of like, this is the sort of thing I always used to do back in the day. It was just with games though. I used to buy a game for a machine I didn't own yet. Actually, no, I still do that. Because I've just remembered my PS4 and I bought an Chanbara for it. So, yeah, forget that last bit. Yeah, this is just me preparing for the future, yeah. Right, next up, this is a controller I already have, but it doesn't hurt to have a spare, as is always the case. And that is Dreamcast Keyboard. Very, very nice. I've already got a Dreamcast Keyboard, as I probably made aware of that. Right here. In fact, it's controlling the Typing of the Dead right now. Give it a second. There we go. That's pretty cool. Actually, if we press enter again. There we are. There. I do like Typing of the Dead. One thing I actually like about this, on controllers, you know, I think if I remember rightly, you have to press all the face buttons, or maybe both trigger buttons, and then start to reset the game, to do a soft reset. But on the keyboard, it's actually Control, Alt, and Delete, which I think is really, really nifty. But anyway, I'm digressing a bit. Yeah, spare keyboard. I saw this in CEX again, and if I remember rightly, I think this was £4 as well. And I thought to myself, does that sound right? I'm not sure that sounds right. So I had a quick look on eBay, and to my surprise, it seems that the going rate for a loose Dreamcast keyboard is £10. So I don't understand CEX's pricing structure. Do they think nobody wants a Dreamcast keyboard? Maybe, who knows. I don't know what demand is like for spare Dreamcast keyboards, but it's nice to actually have another one, because now I can at least have 2-player sessions on Quake 3 Arena. That would require me getting another mouse, and also 2-player Typing of the Dead, which would actually be quite interesting, because my missus, she's actually a very good touch typist, and I can't touch type for shit. I have to look down on the keys. Like that, so whenever I play Typing of the Dead, I have to go like that. So yeah, that's a Dreamcast keyboard. I'll put that down there so I've got no room on the table. Right, now here comes the main event of this video. A couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, finally, after 6 years of knowing them, I went down to visit the Team Hobnob boys, Rob and Sam. One of the reasons for this was that they bought me a birthday present last year, and it's taken us pretty much all year to just try and work out a weekend where we would all be free to get together and have pizza and games night, and amongst other things. And they also bought me a birthday present this year as well. So the one that they got me this year was a very, very nice Game Boy glass. This is a temperature reactive glass, and you can see it closely. I'm not quite sure how well that's going to focus. You put cold drink in it, and it comes up with the Super Mario Land title screen, which is really, really nifty. And I've been using this a lot, primarily for water during my live streams. So I'm going to put that down there where it'll be safe, because I don't want to break it. Right. So that was this year's present. Last year's present, when I was feeling around the at the time when it was still wrapped, I thought to myself, ooh, okay, let me feel now. It's a PlayStation game, alright. So I tore off a little teeny tiny corner, which I knew would be the back of the PlayStation case. It's a PS1 game, and I thought, Ooh, yep, it's definitely a PS1 game. One player. And I tore off just a teeny tiny bit more until I realised what they'd bought me. The look on my face was absolutely priceless. They got me Bubsy 3D. Now this was, bear in mind, this was a year ago, so they had no idea about the upcoming Busby game. It was actually this bottom corner here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but this little bottom corner here that I actually discovered. In fact, it got to about that much. And then it did take much working out when it says Busby 3D. So yeah, Bubsy 3D. It's all present and correct. It's got the case and the manual. One thing I like about the manual, actually, it just it kind of hypes up the game a bit too much. As I like, we are confident that it will provide you with many hours of challenge and enjoyment. Challenge, yes. Enjoyment, no. Definitely not. We're all aware of the Busby 3D controversy, and the disc doesn't look like it's been touched once. And in this instance, I think it's probably a case of somebody played it once and got rid of it, because it's obviously a shit game. If any of you guys are interested in me streaming this, I honestly don't know. I may have a little playthrough first, I may have a blind stream playthrough, I honestly don't know. We all know how bad Bubsy 3D is. Well, we're all told how bad it is anyway. And last but not least, during the weekend that I was down to see Rob and Sam, they took me to a shop that deals with comics and video games. And it's quite fair to say that I bought quite a bit from there. First thing I'm going to show off is just a collection of PlayStation demos. They're about £2 each, so compared to the £5 that I've seen them go for on eBay, I was like, yeah, alright, I'll pick up a few. I got a demo with Monsters Inc., Delta Force Urban Warfare, okay, The Italian Job, and Driver, which I don't need a playable demo for because... So, PlayStation demos. And also did pick up a PlayStation game, and that is Alien Trilogy. It was, you can see it, yeah, £8. I think that was actually a pretty good deal, because I think, actually, how much was CEX selling it for? I think they were selling it for like 10, 12, something like that. I honestly can't remember. I know that's what they're currently selling Alien Resurrection for. Ooh, and this went down in price. Oh, look at that. It was originally 15 quid. So I'm actually quite pleased I got that for quite a bargain. Yeah, that's a £7 markdown. How about that? So yeah, as always, everything's all in there. Manual. Doesn't seem to have been tampered in any way, shape or form. It's very nice. I think the disc was alright. Yeah, disc is fine. It's got a couple of smudge marks on it, but that's nothing a fleece towel won't. There we go. Nothing a fleece towel won't cure. So, yeah, Alien Trilogy. I'll probably finish off Alien Resurrection first before I go to that. And last of all, again, those of you who follow me on Twitter will be aware that I have been promoting the hell out of the ZX Spectrum Next. Mainly because I backed the Kickstarter, and so I'm looking forward to receiving that as soon as possible. So, I actually bought myself a handful of Spectrum games. First one I've got is Oh Mummy. This was actually one of the very first Spectrum games that I owned for my original 128K plus 2. There we are. And it's kind of a Pac-Man clone. Sort of. You just go around these tombs and you got to avoid the mummy, and you got to try and uncover the keys and treasures in order to escape the room. It's quite a basic looking game with a basic premise, but that's pretty much all really. Next up, we got, what have we got here? We got Frog 5 and Showdown. I'm assuming Frog 5 is a Frogger clone. Let me just have a quick look at the thing. Frog 5. This arcade type game is where you have to slalom through the traffic and get the frog across the road. It's a Frogger clone. And Showdown is passing through Creeksville. Excuse me. You get into a gunfight. Ah, okay. So that may be. Oh, what's that game on the? I think it's the Intellivision. Is it Cowboy? Is it Gunfight? I can't remember what the game is, but my memory's quite hazy as far as Atari and the television era games is concerned. But yeah, Frog 5 and Showdown, only £1. Next up, we've got Night Gunner. I have next to no idea what this game is. It's an action-packed arcade-style game based on a Second World War scenario. Okay. I can say, the main reason I bought most of these Spectrum games is because they're like a £1 each, so I couldn't see a reason why not. And we've got some Firebird games here. If I remember rightly, Firebird was the video games branch of British Telecom. In fact, yeah, it is. Firebird and the Firebird logo are trademarks of British Telecommunications PLC. And what's the first one we've got here? We've got Fahrenheit 3000, which, if you can see the front there, it's sort of like a Jet Set Willy Manic Miner clone, so that doesn't seem to bother me that much, so I'm interested to play that, although that was £2. And so, no, that was the only £2 game. Next up, we've got Bite Bitten, which is a weird looking game. Stricken with the highly contagious Bite Bitten malady, all you want to do is play Sea King. But first you have to keep your family and friends amused by searching through the house for objects of their desire. If only they'd leave you alone. Interesting, alright. Okay, so it's like a video game within a video game. Interesting. So I'm looking forward to booting that one up once I get the chance. And next up we've got Exodus, which from the look of the screenshot, it's a Tempest clone. Galleons, abominable snowmen, hover mowers, televisions, and mutant llamas are just some of the strangely familiar objects trying to escape from the pit. Your task is to zap them with a laser bolt before they reach the rim. Whatever you do, don't shoot Spud. I don't know who Spud is, but I suppose I'll find out at one point or another. So yeah, that's Exodus. Tempest clone. I like on the top here on the spine, you can actually see the old style BT logo there. So that's pretty cool. Right, I think that's it. Yep, that's about it, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again.